I got you down. I got you down. I can't see who's over there on the left. Left. Oh, I got you down.
You got me down?
I got you. No, I got Cliff down and I got Ira down. What's your name?
Peter.
I can't see it from here. I can see, I just can't see in the dark. They're sitting in the dark. Okay, so next we have Guillermo, Rico, Maggie, Seth, Marcus, Jonathan, Shana, Shannon, Clint, Danny, Shelby, Rin, Ira, Steve, Cliff, Peter. So our next performer tonight is Guillermo. What's up? A nice warm welcome for Guillermo. Guillermo's lovely wife is with us tonight, and everybody put your hands together for Guillermo.
This is called the Kingdom of Pone. It's about a dog. The Kingdom of Pone is empty now. From east to west, he ran the boundaries, chasing rabbits, squirrels, and ducks that deigned to land in his pond. He would peek from beyond the corner when I got home from work, then run around to the patio to be let in. The Kingdom of Pone is empty now. I went out to hit golf balls on Saturday, and he wasn't around to give chase. I walked down to the wilderness behind the school. I carried his collar and let it jingle, ring, ting, ting, ring, ting, ting. I was never afraid with him. My daughter and I walked out the other evening down to the wilderness. We walked past under the full moon. We saw the glint of a coyote's ear running towards us as they do, sideways as they do, at an angle. And so we retreated. But if Pone were there, the coyotes would not even look at us. The Kingdom of Pone is empty now. I think I got one more. This is called, I know we got a lot of people reading tonight. It's a pretty good turnout. This is called Judith by Sunlight. As she is standing on one of our beaches, not a particularly famous one, but one of ours, tucked away along the Sea of Cortez. The tendrils of her damp hair lie darkly against her neck, and the sun is fading, and the dolphins have come out, dancing in the light, in the sunlight. She studies them with her eyes trailed to the horizon, to the setting sun as she ponders her Greek mythology. Perhaps the stretch is similar in that water that Leander swam to visit Hero from her Greek mythology. She giggles as we ride in the kayak, the sea rolling us like gelatin, like jello, the waves pushing us along, us wiggling on top, pudding-like. She tells me of the Greek gods visiting Rio de Janeiro, about King Momo, about the Carnival before the Lenten season, and she dutifully attends her Mass. Hers was not one of the advantages. Hers was not one of early advantages. No university at 18. It was off to work. And now she welcomes the instruction as though it were the host. In the red zone, poised to take her degree, after children, after steady work, her reading glasses perched upon her nose. I was a sergeant off to war when first our daughter came, nicknamed her Stormy for the war we fought. Both girls came tiny and brown and screaming, but with tiny fists grabbing life, instructing us and guiding us. Our last one came, Sochi, the flower. Still lingering scent of desire. And still there is Judith, vigilant protectress. Prettiness, petiteness belying strength. Fierceness belying tenderness. Her Catholicism puzzling to an old Jew like me, always escaping across the Red Sea. Did the finger of Hashem bring her to me? She is standing in the sunlight with the setting sun on one of our beaches, not a particularly famous one, but one of ours. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, Morgan.
You stay there for a second.
Hey, how are you?
If everybody chips in $1, I paid $20 for the room, it should cover everybody. If there's any left over, we use it to cover the deficit from previous years. Number 5 we have is Rico, followed by Maggie. Let's have a nice warm welcome to Rico. Rico's never performed here before, let's have a nice warm welcome to Rico.
Good evening.
Thanks a lot, man.
This first poem is entitled Street Kid, which in Portuguese is Moleque de Rua. Moleque de Rua, Street Kid. This is the time I was in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, impacted by the poverty. Bom dia. Vai moleque, sai daqui, which roughly translates as scram kid, get out of here, are the words muttered by the juice bar owner aimed at the destitute street urchin who hasn't eaten in days. His skin stained a hellacious black from his living on the streets, sleeping in broad daylight for fear of being attacked at night, for fear of being raped, murdered, kidnapped, or even sold. Hunger pangs are his only companions, serving as constant reminders of his meaningless existence. Privacy? He has no privacy and is forced to defecate between cars, onlookers glancing with looks of disgust. He has only the salt water in Guanabara Bay with which to bathe, the salt and minerals leaving a sticky residue on his skin. His only consistent human interaction is with other youth destined to his very own ill fate. And they are not his friends, but rather acquaintances, because the code of the streets is, trust no one.
Thanks, son!
And so I'll end on this poem. This is a happier poem dedicated to a special someone. This is entitled London. The magic that I felt over the week started innocently enough. Meeting her for dinner on Sunday evening, feeling like old friends, as though we had known each other our whole lives and hadn't seen each other in a long, long time. And each day forward, as the week progressed, we discovered seemingly endless mutual interests, like Russian nesting dolls offering up their individual treasures. On Monday, the love of wordplay and crosswords. On Tuesday, a discussion about chess. On Wednesday, sharing the deepest of secrets. On Thursday, a passion for marathon long walks. By Friday night, it was as though the week was a Hollywood script, each of us cast as forlorn protagonists, finding that special someone. Riding bicycles through London traffic, she zipped along, weaving in between cars and buses, signaling with her finger to let everyone know where we were headed. I pedaled hard just to keep up, as she was able to track stand at red lights. We rode to Holland Park and had an impromptu chess match with larger-than-life chess pieces and outdoor opera music, serving as a background soundtrack to our intense game. We assumed the identities of Bobby Fischer and Magnus Carlsen, who we discussed earlier in the week. She emphatically chose the American, and I the European. The irony lost on me at the time of the match. Her competitive spirit made me work hard, and I felt a sense of relief as I checkmated her. The trip was rapidly coming to an end. We arrived at her place in the wee hours and had a long embrace before I headed back to mine. It didn't occur to me that I should have kissed her. And we agreed to start our last day together on Saturday morning with our morning rituals of yoga and meditation colliding in a sun-drenched Hyde Park. We ate persimmons and remarked that they tasted like pears. As we made our way to our inevitable departure, I couldn't help but feeling like the universe was conspiring, truly conspiring to let me know that yes, the perfect partner could exist and did exist. And yet knowing that more than 5,000 kilometers separate us, a daunting and improbable hurdle to overcome, makes me, an eternal optimist, cringe in disgust. Yet if nothing comes of this mental retreat, what we jokingly refer to as our meeting of minds and souls, at least I'll know what her beauty of tan skin and piercing blue eyes tastes like. Because she, not I, decided it was okay to end our time together with a passionate